Hello, welcome to Kate's Egg again. We are just getting out to the field and it's about noon, so we had everyone come out for lunch, thinking we could start today because we got a big thunderstorm last night, so the rain made the wheat too wet to harvest, but it's looking like we're not going to be able to harvest again, kind of by the skies. There was a little bit of rain back here on the drive and it's been sprinkling out by the combines as well. We're at least gonna grease them, put fuel in, blow all the filters and things like that so they're ready for when we can go. And then this one needs a new belt. What happened to the belt on this one?
Wore out, got old.
Did you smell it burning or what happened?
No, but it's all cracked.
Inside of the combine. Oh shoot, I forgot a pocket knife today. I'm looking to climb this tire and I'm realizing it's so much bigger than the other. It's pretty good shape except for a crack.
Well, it is kind of.
Say that again, Dad?
What?
It's probably really fun for who?
Well, them, I don't know what they are, hobby farmers or whatever, thinking, that was so interesting.
You think they might want to come help us out?
Mm-hmm.
That looks easy.
Yeah, right. Looks fun.
Yeah. Maybe we put a little chaff in here and see how fun that is.
Yeah, first we want to cut barley, and then we'll tear all the fingers out, and then you have to dig the center of the auger out to get the fingers in.
We're not cutting those, right?
I think we are.
Oh, really? Oh,
Is that
God.
thunder?
Yeah, it is.
That'll probably stay up.
I'm now learning how to grease the combine. I used to, when I first started combining, know all the grease spots, but it's been so long. So my dad's been trying to show me, but our grease gun doesn't have a good tip or something on it of the one I was using. So we're just mainly trying to get the combines ready. I'm gonna go wash my back window here. Julio's blowing some filters.
You can feel it. You can hear it in the bearing when it gets over grease. It pops.
Yeah. And you can see it just
Out of the bearing, not the end of it.
having it coming inside with the big wad on the end.
Yeah, right. Well,
That's what I was doing.
Right. But I'm gonna go look for a tip for this because I used to have dogs on them. I just didn't buy any this year.
What all needs to be
Here. Everything.
Oh, okay. I got
Not that front side of that. He held it in there so tight that it's not gooping out. You need this. You be very careful with them cigarettes and heavy straw. And if we cut barley, don't smoke outside.
It'll all blow up.
Okay, there's a zerk on that thing. That's squared, that probably needs to be rotated, can you?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, but that'll be hard to see. I'll go see if I can find a better end for that.
That's why and look, Julio got this for me for the back window.
Oh. That's the big one.
Give that back to Julio when you're done with it.
I will. Well, I need that spray oil stuff he was talking about.
He said that would be maybe nice in WD-40, but I haven't got a can of it. I'm sure there's something like it in there.
This one here, yeah.
We got to do rock traps too, so don't let me forget.
Tell him the rock trap's done with that long stick and one of the, and you do it from the upwind side.
Okay.
You open that rock trap up, rake it out with that stick, but you want to be upwind, not downwind when you. And you just keep cruising around. Make sure you get the fan.
Do we grease the 400 every day too?
There's a zerk on this, but you don't want to grease them too much.
Yeah, but you still grease every day, just not as much.
Okay, this isn't like the old combines where greasing was a way of life. Every day you grease everything. You had like 15 in the back straw walkers, like I said, them are probably inaccessible, but you got that one, you got that one. Okay, you got a bunch right here too, right?
Yeah, on the wheels.
There's one on this, one on each one, the top and the bottom.
Anything that turns, basically, right? Well, they have unless that other was Uncle Chris.
What?
This picture, this 51, where is this at? I think we already got it, but okay. And then so that is the only one here, the 400, which is there.
We grease them anyway.
No, I know. But I was trying to figure out how to read it.
We always grease those anyway.
Okay, thank you.
We grease everything we can find.
They had a Sharpie arrow for the one.
Where on the Oregon thing?
I would, when you get ready, I would run down here and just try to just throw it back into it.
I got a wrench. You have a quarter?
Don't use that.
This is all Mark pays me.
Coin.
My whole wage right here.
Make sure
I'll
you
be
give
careful with it.
You give it back to him because that's like, yeah, it's yesterday's wages. It's what he made after taxes.
Yeah. The other way, right?
And if
Isn't
you can't
this
do
ready
that,
tight?
you reach in like this and you turn it. You see, it's this
Thank you.
thing. That thing is just tighter and then Toby's idiots. You sit him down somewhere.
All yours.
He wipes the zerk. He inserts in.
It should
Come on.
be here. What are you yelling at?
I'm telling, he's looking around like he don't know where that zerk's at.
Is it not that?
It is.
So tell me, this is the...
The cleaning fan to blow the chaff out of the back of the combine. I'm gonna run down to the house and see if I can get you a new end, Daniel, so you don't have to like have it there. When you put that back on, see if you can get that thing. This thing's tighter than it needs to be a little bit, but it goes up under this.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Wait, no, this is... Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna loosen it up.
Wait, I think it's on.
Is it on?
Yeah. Totally a learning curve for me figuring out how to do this. So bear with me. Now I am on the top of the combine. Actually, my combine. This one didn't have a ladder, so I climbed up here. As you can see, I've got the window spray, and this is the grain tank window that I'll be cleaning. Daniel's kind of down doing the rest of the greasing on this one because I thought we don't have a whole lot more to do, so I might as well get the window ready. I'm super happy today because my dad's been showing me, kind of letting me in on some of the morning operations stuff, which I should have been doing a long time ago probably, but I've been a bit spoiled in the cab, so getting some more of that kind of real experience. So a deeper look inside the cab. This is about as clean as it gets at night when I clean it off, but this is the auger that brings it all up and dumps it in the grain tank. So when you see my footage from the window, that's kind of what that is. Ew, there's all these little bugs kind of here. This one's not too bad. Didn't even need the pliers on that. Might need it on this one though. Oh, no. Oh, ew. No wonder all the bugs are there. Hood's going on for this one. We probably need a new window seal. Well, I don't know, this seal's broken on this window, so I don't know how to get it back on. Maybe you can see from this side. See? Somebody around? Wait, guys, so the rubber seal came off, so I don't know what to do. No, I won't. Nate, will you help or someone? Thanks. Because I think, the window won't, it won't stay up, the seal. Give me a second, I'm calling. So it ended up being good to harvest, and we finished the last few passes of the field that my dad and Uncle Chris were in kind of before I came back for harvest. But super unfortunate, I'm just combining along and I hear a bunch of banging, so it's a slip clutch, I guess. I definitely plugged it. That's what a plug looks like. But I was going like 1.72 miles an hour, so I don't know what happened.
Okay, you always do this at a low RPM.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, and that's 19, that's about a right headset right here. You could go a little lower in extreme cases, but so I'll just pick it up. That's a normal headset. That's going for it a little bit.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't
But
running at this low last
these,
night.
You see these rubber things?
Yeah, on the top.
If I had them all set at the same pressure, it'd be easier to go through this. Okay, you set your machine in motion, right?
Yeah.
And you just click them both off at the same time?
No, I did machine and then header.
Okay.
But yeah, very
Here's
at
what
the
you
same
do.
time.
Then you push this down, this
Yeah.
and back.
Okay.
And you hope you don't have
That is a crap ton of wheat. I just need to go slower, I guess. I don't even know.
No, it isn't all just that either. It's
No,
just
but it wasn't like a grunt. It didn't give me anything.
Yeah, I know, it's the way it feeds in. How fast are you running your belt? 40, like Chris said?
No, I slowed it down at 36.
Now we're just going to put it in and let it see if it'll just run it through. Most of the time when you do that and you get it going, you give it the throttle.
Yeah.
Mine's just been going through.
Oh, there. Oh, I'm lucky.
Okay.
Thank you. Now I know how to do that. I appreciate it.
Everything, you start out at slow, and it might not work all the time. You might have to dig it out.
Also, look at this grain tank. In my opinion, it's a bit dirty.
Yeah, but all the stuff slides down, it gets in the window. You got to look at it when you're just cutting along and you can see across the whole tank.
No, I could see. It's not a window thing, I think.
Maybe I'll cut a little pad for Jody here.
If I was reading it right in the book, I think the concave settings are supposed to be 10 or 15, it was saying.
No,
Maybe that's a different number.
your concave setting is 2.
Or what is the thing that you said was set at 10?
The sieve. The
Sieve.
bottom number, look at your screen.
Yeah, I
The
see.
number 10. That's the
Okay.
bottom sieve. Everything, give me this. Your rotor speed, it's not showing anything now because you're not running it. But run it at 900 in this stuff.
Okay.
Especially when it's wet.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Low RPM.
Thank goodness my dad saved me from digging out my header. And I forgot my gloves today, so I would have had to use these ones that are left in the combine. Jeez, that would have been bad. So I haven't gotten plugged up anymore today, and that is a good thing. Uncle Chris actually ended up getting plugged, so my dad had to stop and help him backfeed it as well. But yeah, it's tough straw in some areas because it's a little bit moist. It's reading about 15 to 16% moisture, and that would be too wet to put in a normal bin, but being that we're putting it in an air bin, it's okay as long as we can run it through the machine. I heard on the radio that lunch, or it's not even lunch, it's dinner. It feels like lunch because we didn't start till noon, but dinner is here. I'm almost itching to keep going to see if we can finish this north side of this field, but you know, you gotta stop, we gotta eat. So hopefully, the weather's looking really good now, so I don't think that we'll have any rainstorms tonight. I think the part that was supposed to pass over us must have missed us. The skies were looking pretty dark. It was sprinkling on and off this morning, but it's pretty good right now. We'll go ahead and dump in the grain cart, and then I'll park for lunch. I'm about halfway through my wheat swath, and Uncle Chris and Dad are coming up to the end. Now to take a quick break from the video, I'd love to say a huge thank you to Jackery for sponsoring again. As you may be able to tell from my background, I'm actually back in Montana to visit my family and just take a little bit of a break before heading back to school. It's actually not snowing, which is pretty surprising for November in Montana, and the temperature's quite mild. As you can see, I'm not even in a jacket, so pretty happy about that. We can get wind, snow, even a quick storm. Actually, we had super high winds this morning and it's completely died down. That's how fast the weather changes here. Power outages really just come with the territory, even in upstate New York, but especially here in Montana. They also don't have to be weather related. A piece of equipment could accidentally knock down a power line or something and then boom, we're out of power, we don't know why, and we're calling our neighbors to see what happened. See, now the wind has even picked up again. The Jackery Home Power 3000 is a great product. Keep all the necessities running, your fridge, Wi-Fi, lamp, pretty much anything you could ask for. You're also able to pair it with the solar Saga panels, so even if you're out camping, you have a renewable power source. It recharges quickly and it can hold power for weeks. It's super easy to pick up, roll in and out of a room, or move around, which is important to me because I wouldn't be able to use the product unless it was super manageable inside. Back in Montana full time, I'm definitely going to bring the Jackery Home Power 3000 with me because I think it's a super awesome product. If you're looking for a backup power source that's great for your home, but also outdoor activities and really just a versatile everyday product, this could be the one you're looking for. I'll include all the links in the description. Again, thank you so much to Jackery for sponsoring, and let's get back to the video. We're getting a lot of wind from various directions, so I'm making sure to watch my temperature gauge, just in case the radiator filter, whenever it gets filled with chaff or dirt, then it tends to overheat the combine. But everything's looking good so far. I'm a little bit annoyed because I don't think that my header is picking up the wheat quite like it should. Especially, I think when it rains on it and it's been swathed for a long time, it gets very compressed towards the ground. And this was swathed directly in line with the furrows, I believe. So it's kind of just stuck down there. And if I stop the combine, back up, see how I'm picking up, it is doing a really good job, but there are parts that I miss, and that could be the slope of the hill or how fast I'm going in relation to my belt speed to bring the crop in. But it is frustrating because you spend all of this time and money and resources to be able to grow this crop, and especially in a drought year, in a year that we're maybe not going to be able to harvest as much or as fast as we could because of the weather conditions. You want to get everything out of that field you can. And we're fortunate that we just had everything swathed before the rain came, because in Montana we have a really big issue, and it's a little insect called sawfly. And what it does is it burrows in the stem of the wheat during the end of the kind of growing season, and it makes it fall over, and it particularly affects the edges of the field. So sometimes farmers will plant crop varieties that were developed to kind of withstand the sawfly, although they don't totally work, and they're called solid stem. And then on the inside you'll plant kind of a normal variety that might fall over but will yield better. And that's kind of always the debate. Do you want a higher yield or do you want to plant a solid stem in our area? Because solid stem generally does fall over too, but sometimes not as quickly, and it really depends on the year and how fast that sawfly gets the crop on the ground. A few of our neighbors have left their wheat standing and it's just completely on the ground, to the point where you'll be taking it with a straight cutting header, the ones with the teeth that cut the wheat out of the field, and laying that on the ground to try and pick it up, and I don't even think you'll get everything. And then there's other fields with a few of our neighbors where they left it standing, and generally they swath and it was okay. So it really depends on the field, but generally you know that it's going to fall over because of the sawfly. I mean, I'll try and see if I can find some pictures of the fields that are falling over. It's horrible, just horrific. I'm going to step outside the combine and show you how bad this sawfly damage really is. My dad thinks 80 to 90% of our crop is laying on the ground and unrecoverable. This is all of the wheat that's laying on the ground that we're not able to pick up. So this is the pass that my dad just cut, and then this is the pass that I'm about to cut. And if you see all this wheat laying here, sawflies lay their eggs in the stem of the wheat, and then it starts to fall over. So you want to swath this wheat before that happens, and that's the only solution. There's no kind of spray or anything like that that can help this. So it's really bad. I mean, this is, everything is on the ground, and you can see how sparse this crop looks and how it doesn't even look like stubble on this part. It's really bad. My dad said it's almost not worthwhile cutting. We're getting 0 bushels per acre. So that's like nothing. It probably costs more to run the combines alone on this field then we'll be able to make back. We're fortunate this year to have it swamped. But then of course if it rains, the swaths don't dry out as much because it's a bunch of wheat all together, as opposed to if it was sanding. So there's a lot of variables that make one method better than the other. If you have soft flies and your wheat has fallen over and you're straight cutting, you'll have to kind of cut the wheat from the side that it's laying over so you can pick it up with the fingers on the combine, or so you can kind of pick it up with the cutter bar on the combine, but it doesn't always work out. So we might join my uncle's operation actually later on and cut some barley with him. My other uncle, not Uncle Chris, who I do all the swathing videos with. And again, if you haven't watched the swathing videos, you should check them out because Uncle Chris gives kind of a great explanation as to why we swath and why it's so pertinent to our operation. But anyway, my other uncle has some barley planted, so we might take our combines and help him harvest that, and that would all be with the straight cutting headers. My dad just radioed and said he doesn't think I'll make it. I don't know, I might make it, we'll see. The grain cart's kind of heading my way in anticipation that I won't make it, but I'm pretty positive I will. This buzzer going off continuously is my grain tank full buzzer. I'm pretty sure I'll make it, but we'll see. I might be tilted a little to the left because the left window's filling a lot sooner than the right. I'm pretty sure I'll make this, Jody, so if you just want to line up for me so I can dump before lunch, that'd be awesome.
Just don't want you leaking again.
I'm basically at the end of this row, so if you could just pull out in front there, facing west, so I can just spin around, that'd be great.
You're getting ready to leak. You're leaking.
I'm just barely leaking. So just pull up and face west for me there. That'll work. Thanks. Could you just stop there so then I can, or, okay. I don't know why I have to drive all the way over here, so I'm gonna have to swing it. So I have just a little bit of the pass to pick up after dinner. I'm really not sure why the grain cart had to drive this far forward in order for me to unload, but I think it was just miscommunication as far as where he should be. I kind of wanted him to pull to the end of my swath so I could just turn out, quickly dump, and finish that before dinner, because we of course are on a time crunch, but he elected to drive up here, so that works. But if you're kind of spilling over, it's better to not have to drive the combine an extended period of time. So I just finished unloading. I'm gonna go ahead and press this button, shut the auger off, press this button, and put the auger back in, and then I'll drive over here and park by the other combines. We're fully finished with dinner now. I didn't quite catch the dinner rush. Julio's back to truck soon, and me back to combine. Uncle Chris has got a head start on us. Now on goes the combine, up the header. I'll probably just drive it out at a low RPM to warm it up, and then I'll put it in rabbit speed for harvest. I got that little piece of wheat to pick up here, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And then I'll be back to the normal row.
The row partway down here, Chris. I mean, I'll go down and finish it. I don't care.
I don't have a row partway down.
Oh, okay.
I don't have one either, I just had this little bit on the end. And the harvest madness begins again. I think we'll get a full night in before we have to quit. For dinner tonight we had brisket, potatoes, and then chocolate cake for dessert. So it was really yummy. The potatoes were delicious. I sat and ate with Grandpa, so that was quite nice as well. We just finished this half of the field over here, half of the north, so that'd be like a quarter of it. But right next to me is this beautiful lentil field, so I wanted to make sure to show. It's not ours actually, but my uncle did plant some lentils, and that's what they look like. Well, these look really nice, but they grow kind of short, they look like weeds. There's two passes that go along the width of the field here that my dad and I are getting, and then we'll go back to the back and forth, as you can see over here. It's hard to see, but the sunset is really nice tonight. My window's so dirty, even though I cleaned it just yesterday. Uncle Chris pulled out of the swath because his was back feeding, like coming the other way around the auger, and then my dad's just up there. I can't believe I'm already on the end of my last row for the day. I don't want to end. It's just been such a pleasure to get to combine for even half the day. I really enjoy it a lot, and I'm also happy that we have such a lovely sunset. My dad's currently unloading in the grain cart, who's unloading in the tandem, so I'll load up there next, and then Chris is parked for the night, and I think he's cleaning off kind of the front of his combine. We might have a pickup truck out here, or we might not, but we definitely got to get people home somehow, so we'll have to figure that out logistically. And today is officially done. I wish we could keep going for longer, but boy, is it pretty. Oh my goodness. I kind of want to just get out and get a picture of this. It's so pretty. My dad thinks there's a leak because there's grain under the
I
cab.
can actually hear it hitting something. But yeah, this is just full of grain. It's just plumb full.
So pretty. Oh my goodness. This is what Montana harvests are about. Oh my goodness. It is stunning. So, so pretty. Last unload of the night. The grain's actually looking pretty clear and clean in the tank thanks to the window. I'm glad I washed it off. It really helps you see how much chaff and how clean the grain is you're cutting. If you don't cut clean grain, they have to send it through cleaners at export, so you want to make sure. And another successful harvest day in the books. I'm following my dad and Chris is following me. Oh, it does look like we've got a pickup in the field, so we're gonna go over here and park in some summer fallow. Or no, maybe this is Chris's pickup. I think we're gonna park in a line on the road. Oh boy. Now I'm gonna idle it down and show you the sunset. All three combines are officially here. So I am going to go in the cab, lower my head down a little bit, just so the wheels are barely touching the ground, not like I would be cutting with it, and say goodbye for the night. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you learned a little bit more about what a family farm operation looks like. Make sure to like and subscribe. Okay, bye.